My name is Peter Berninger, and your name is?
I'm Warren Jarrett.
Hi Warren, how are you?
Good, excellent today.
What are you showing at the show this year?
So Tom Vu, who makes Triangle Arts turntables, teamed up with me. I'm a dealer for Audio Note UK and Music First Audio in the Los Angeles, Orange County area. We teamed up together today to kind of have 1.5 systems here.
Well, let's take a look. Coming in, I see these fantastic looking turntables.
Of course, Tom Vu's beautiful turntables. The Symphony, the new Concerto, the power supply in between, that's speed controller. This brand new cartridge in front of that, which is the Triangle Art Zeus cartridge, a low output moving coil cartridge.
Okay.
And then in our rack, we have his, that's the signature and the reference.
Yeah, the signature turntable is one of our reference turntables at AV showrooms, and every person who comes into the room, they can't take their eyes off of it. And I've said it to the camera before, I'll say it again. The camera back at the studio just can't keep its lens off of it because it's just a stunner to look at. Sonically, it throws a holographic image that's very, very palpable with huge, huge amounts of density. It is truly a believable presentation that I get from the signature back in our studio. Tell us about the amplifiers here.
So these are the NAT amplifiers and Audio Note amplifiers. The ones on the inside are 160 watts per channel, single-ended triode.
Okay.
The ones on the outside, made by Audio Note, are 8 watts per channel, single-ended triode.
And
using the 2A3 tubes.
And what model speaker? That's an Audio Note speaker?
And that's an Audio Note Type E speaker.
Okay.
Which works, it's a high efficiency version, so it works equally well with the wide range of power that I have here on display. In fact, I was surprised. The power for these speakers just don't make any difference at all.
Well, they're very efficient, and they are designed to go into the corners of the room. They remove the room from the equation, but add the room as a bass enforcer. They're very, very, it's an interesting design, and what I like about it is you don't have to have the speakers way out in the middle of the room for people to trip over or for the kids to knock in. It's just it's a really nice way to set your system up. It's like the best of, remember back in the days where people would put their speakers back on bookshelves? Well, you don't have to have that disguised sound with Audio Note.
So now these panels that I'm using are actually diffusers, so they're solid surfaces. So I'm simulating the corner of a room. I just basically built my own corners.
No, I love it.
And then now we have 2 racks. Underneath we have a pair of Music First Audio step-up transformers to amplify the output from the cartridges. One is the classic, which has been around for decades. And the brand new one, which is just introduced at this show, this is the first time ever on display, is 4,500, and we call it the V2 step-up. So it uses larger transformers and more precision in the construction.
And here's the transformer line stage.
So that's a transformer-based line stage preamp. So both of these racks go into that. And then we have 2 phono stages. On the right side is an Audio Note, and on the left side is a NAT, the same manufacturer as the big amplifiers.
Well, that's a great walkthrough. I'd like to sit down and do a little bit of listening. If we could spin up an MA Recordings, it's a 45 RPM LP. Can we do that?
Sure, of course we can.
Very good. We'll do that next. Thank you very much, Warren.
Thank you for coming in.
Good, thanks. This is the best triangle arch setup I've ever heard with the NATs. Those audio note speakers really do work well in this system. This is simply stunning. Warren has set up a great room here. Totally lifelike. Outstanding.